Peace. Yo, top of the evening, I should say. Peace and blessings to all that made it through another mile in a journey once again. It's your boy, Lord Supreme. Want to take this time a moment to explain to individuals why knowledge is so key and so pertinent to today's day and age. All right? Knowledge is the foundation of everything. You know what I'm saying? And one thing you got to realize is that when you have the knowledge of whatever it is that you need it for, it gives you the power and ability to change the situation that you might be in. For instance, if you know and understand that you have, let's just say, for instance, high blood pressure, right? Yet you don't take the time to research certain things that you can do to help maintain your high blood pressure or even stabilize it, then you're going to end up falling victim to that situation every single time. But if you properly get the knowledge of how to maintain my blood pressure, natural remedies for blood pressure, certain foods that you eat promote high blood pressure. So you got to be careful in what you ingest or you digest. Now, what does that have to do with knowledge? Well, the reason why it has anything to do with knowledge is because knowledge is infinite. It's all over. So knowledge helps you have a base to stand on. It helps make things abstract, concrete, and solid. Because why? You took the time to look all over for the information. Then you finally found it. Now you can probably plant your feet on things that you could probably plant your feet on the base that you stand on, which is that knowledge. I hear people nowadays, yeah, man, Google this, Google that. But what about reading? What about really researching? What about really taking the time to understand what this is saying, what the objective of this knowledge is for? What is the reason that it's here? What is it helping us do? Like, I'm gonna tell you, like, right now, there's a lot of brothers and sisters that don't even know that January 1st is not really the new year. You know why they know? Why they don't know that? Because they don't research, or yet to even have an idea of why January 1st is not the New Year's. Now, a lot of brothers don't know that. A lot of sisters don't know that Pope Gregory had changed the calendar from March to January 1st. Now, when you look at January, it's the first month, so-called first month, which is really not. March is actually the first month of the year. January was named after a Greek god named Janus. Janus was two-faced. You feel what I'm saying? And his name also represents to open the door to new beginnings and transition. So the thing about it is that that's what Pope Gregory and them knew about this. They had the knowledge about this. You know what I'm saying? But what happened was Pope Gregory's calendar threw our calendar, the original man's calendar off, the Asiatic calendar. You know what I'm saying? And the lunar cycles are off. The phases of the moon, when you see the phases of the moon, things of that nature, you got to learn that stuff. Because knowledge is infinite, and if you don't know, how can you possibly not subject yourself to being enslaved to somebody else's knowledge if you don't research yourself? So that's why I'm always saying that knowledge is infinite. You got to have a base to stand on, and that's the base that you stand on is knowledge. Knowledge is to know. It means the foundation of all things in existence. It means to look, listen, observe, and also respect. Because once you come across the knowledge, and you have an understanding of the knowledge, you respect it now. You hold it in a high regard, like, oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of us out here in the wilderness of North America don't even have the knowledge of how to be financially secure. But we do now because we're in the age of information. We're in a technological era. That means that everything is done detailed by technology. We're technically detailed. So it's nothing for a person to research, find out what secures financial security. Pardon me. Because I even did it. You know, I go on these little channels and I really like subscribe to these people because I'm learning how to stabilize my financial freedom. I'm learning about economics. I'm learning about investments. You know what I'm saying? We got to take the time as original people, men, women, and children, to learn about these things that they don't teach us in school. They don't teach us about economics and finance. They teach you about history of inflation, supply and demand, bartering, things of that nature, but they don't teach you about how to be financially free at this certain age, or how to go about being financially secure at this age. What type of revenue should you be accruing while you're at this age? You know what I mean? So it's very important for us to gain the knowledge and do something with it. Teach other people the knowledge that you got, because it's only going to help them too. And then next thing you know, you'll find people in your circle want to learn more because you're teaching them about the knowledge that you learned. Because you went out and did what? Research. You have to do your own research as I have done my own. And that's just a fact. All right? So I just wanted to build with you guys on the science of knowledge, because it's very important and imperative that you get this. You know what I'm saying? Like, even having the knowledge itself, it puts you in a position where you're no longer enslaved to the wiles and the civilization of the devil, because you have the knowledge of who you are. That's why the knowledge degree in the 1 to 10 says, who is the original man? Who are you? If you don't know yourself, how you gonna know anything in this world? The key to self-mastery is knowledge itself. That's the key. So I will entrust that, you know, this was very helpful and very inspirational. But always remember, knowledge keeps you from being a slave to belief. That's a fact. You hear that? I'm going to say it once again. Knowledge keeps you from being a slave to belief, or enslaved to belief. Because belief breeds what? Mythology. Mythology breeds what? Lies and falsehood. So you got to be able to do the research and get that and what you need, so you could be secure and know for sure that what you're researching is right and exact. And it's not just gaining knowledge, because all knowledge isn't proper knowledge. Let me clear that up. All knowledge isn't proper knowledge. You got proper knowledge, you got poor knowledge. There's brothers around here that have knowledge, but it's poor. It lacks in something. It lacks substance. So make sure that when you're researching, you're finding things out, make sure that you are always taking the time to cross-reference. That's the key element in getting the knowledge. It's cross-referencing the knowledge that you gain with other variances of knowledge of that subject matter on what you're looking for. All right? So, like I said, man, knowledge keeps you from being a slave to belief. All right? Always remember that. Knowledge is infinite. Knowledge is power. Knowledge is, I'll go even deeper than that. Knowledge is the universe. It's limitless. It has no beginning or ending. You can get it at any given time and moment. Peace.